The Bohemian Cowboy. Well, today we're going to talk about something different. We're going to talk about the trucking industry. What they trucks do for the other stuff besides haul freight. And I'm pretty active in about 3 of these. And I'm real active in the world's largest truck convoy for the Special Olympics. And on a Friday night, we'll have a softball game. The athletes against the drivers. And it always happens. The athletes always win every year. Drivers need to practice more. And the athletes really get a charge out of that. Hey, drivers, we beat you. Yeah, you did. And then we'll feed them. Then we'll have live entertainment afterwards for them. And Saturday morning, we'll have coffee and donuts. And then wait for the group to show up and the athletes to show up. And then we'll have a meeting, and then we'll have the avenue of the flags there, where one of the athletes brings the American flag and another one carries the Special Olympics flag and the state flag, and they'll bring that up to the stage and present the flags and the colors, and well, one of the athletes will sing the national anthem, and they always do a good job at that. And then the state police will give us a little bit of a speech here how the convoy is going to take in place. Then once we get going, every athlete gets a ride. And once we get going, we'll have the lights on, four-ways on, and all that stuff there, and going up the 4-lane road, and 2 lanes going one direction there, and they'll give us the passing lane, because that way if anybody wants to pass us, they can pass us on the right, because if they want to get off, they can get off to the right. And they got the intersections blocked, the main intersections where the traffic lights are and stuff like that there, so the convoy gets to go non-stop. And we'll average 30 to 35 miles an hour. And a lot of people on the side of the road, certain areas there, they're sitting there waving at us and everything like that. And we'll wave back at them and blow the horn at them there. And that one year I took a small rope, tied it to the air horn rope there, and let the athlete blow the horn all the time there. And we'll put the radio, CB radios, on another channel and let them monitor, talk back and forth to each other on the CB radio too there. So they really dig that. And once we get there, we'll feed them and then have an auction and give awards and stuff like that there. But we usually raise quite a bit of money there for the athletes there, and it stays in the state for their sports and their complexes there and their activities and stuff like that. Then I'm pretty active in Truckers Against Trafficking. So I got an 800 number I can call whenever I see something strange going on at a truck stop or wherever, but trafficking. And there's a lot of that going on in certain areas, bigger cities and bigger truck stops. And we know some of these younger gals, they've been kidnapped or whatever and forced. And if we could drag them to the side and talk to them there, and without getting them in trouble, because they're being watched, without getting them in trouble over any kind of trouble, but life-threatening, we could find out if they're being kidnapped or whatever. And then we can always call the right authorities there. They'll get the right authorities in and check it out and catch them and take care of the situation. Then I belong to the First Observer, which if we see something strange going on down the highway or some places where tourists are and stuff like that there, we're going to cause problems or anything like that, we got another 800 number call, and we can call them and they can call the right authorities and check that out too. Then there's the truckers for the reeds across America, and the trucks delivering it. And they did that the last few years to the Arlington National Cemetery. And I want to get involved in that this year. And then they got a lot of other trucks going to other places. There are other cemeteries, reeds for the veterans, for the graves. So that's another awesome deal that the trucking industry does. So the truckers do a lot of other things besides delivering freight, and we still deliver freight, and I'm still active in all this stuff. And then during the year, we'll have a deal where we go down to the schoolyards when they got the driver's ed going on after school's out, the summertime there. we'll take a tractor trailer down there, take the car down there, put it in the blind spot, and try to teach them where the blind spots are, so they can stay away from the blind spots when they're driving down the road there, so that way gives them a better concept on where not to drive. Then there's the trucker buddy, which is another awesome deal, where a driver sends postcards to the school for the students wherever his travels are, and he'll talk about the routes and the scenery he sees on a postcard. And then sometimes if he's through that area where that school's at, he'll stop, let him look at the tractor and trailer inside the truck, and if the trailer's empty, let him look inside the trailer and all that stuff there too there. So that's pretty awesome there too there. So you know, the truckers, we're involved in a lot of other stuff besides just hauling freight. So you know, we're out here doing a good deal there too there, and a lot of it's to the good public there, and they really enjoy it. So happy trails, be safe, bye.